One of the first things I want to talk about really quickly is what ARC is. ARC is a more robust video feature available in Canvas. Canvas does come with a media recording tool baked into it, but ARC is going to give you a lot more options and a lot more robust tool. One of the main things that it is used for is for engaging your students. That could be with commenting and or placing that inside of specific modules or using video in different ways in discussions. Whatever it is that you need to, there's lots of different ways to utilize ARC inside of your Canvas courses. Also, ARC is a place to manage all of your media content and your recorded content, your videos and things like that in one place. So you can host it all inside of ARC and also manage that and send that out to people in different spaces. And then also you can analyze how much students are watching that video and for how long and when they've paused, when they've skipped around in different areas. Some of the benefits are going to be for instructors that you can host and deliver audio and video content in one space. That way you don't have different platforms and different file formats causing issues for students watching a video. Also, because ARC has lots of commenting, you're able to actively engage your students throughout that video and not just go ahead and give them a passive video. You're able to go ahead and create key points or moments of emphasis with those comments. Another huge benefit is the fact that you're able to go ahead and create those videos and see how long students are watching them for. Like I talked about, and we'll go into depth on what that looks like and what things you can expect inside of that space. Also, a huge benefit is going to be facilitating classroom discussion using video, and that's probably one of the things that I utilize the most. I was a world language teacher, and with that, I used that often because I had students that I didn't have a lot of time to be able to have discussions with every single student. So being able to do asynchronous discussions and creating a prompt for them and having them respond with video inside that discussion for everybody else to see was really helpful. Another one that's really helpful about that is if you're having to do some type of presentation inside of a classroom, you've got lots of students that are there and you won't have enough time to get through all of them. You can have the students record their presentations in a discussion format, and so students can go ahead and watch all of the presentations on their own time, and you can make sure that they comment on those as well. Another thing is adding real-time feedback. A lot of times when you've got different video platforms and different file formats, it's really hard to get good feedback straight away because if a student turns something in that is not able to be read on the device that you're on, it makes that real-time feedback not as much real-time. It takes a lot more time to get that feedback back to those students as well. And giving it right on specific instances and spaces inside of that video can also be really helpful, so you're not having to place in there timestamps and say, at minute 12, you will, and then whatever you want to go ahead and discuss with those students. Another thing that's a really big benefit is for students as well, that access of that media across different platforms and devices. So if a student's using a smaller device that may not have Flash enabled on it, then you're still able to have the students watch those videos in on all those different types of devices. Another one is the fact that students can ask questions right inside of a video at those specific key points or moments that they would like to share an insight or ask a question. It's a huge benefit for them. And then the last one for the students is the fact that they can use video for evidence of learning and allowing them to show off what they've been doing and not just talk about something that they've done. So with that, I'm going to show you the different spaces that you can access ARC in your account and what the difference is between the two of them. The first one is going to be this global navigation piece. And when you click on that global navigation, you will see, let me just go ahead and pull that up. Just give me 1 second while I open that up for us. All right, so inside of our account, you're going to see the ARC global navigation. And this is going to be an area where everybody's going to be able to access their videos. This takes you directly to the video content and content that you've uploaded and things that have been shared with you. When you click on that option, you're going to see all the videos that you've uploaded on this first screen. And then in this left-hand corner, you're going to find things that have been shared with you and then the courses that you teach. If you are a student, you will not have the courses below because students will only have access to the videos inside of the course when you want them to see it, like in a discussion or an assignment or on a homepage or something like that. And we'll go a little bit more in depth on that in just a moment. But this area is able to be accessed by everybody, instructors and students. And the other space that you can access ARC is going to be inside of a course itself. So if I go to my Welcome to Canvas or Welcome to ARC course, you can see that I've got a course navigation link right here called ARC. And if I click on that, it links me directly to all course videos, including those added by others in this course. This is only accessible by teachers and admins, and students access videos from, like I said, wherever you've shared it, whether that's in the announcements, pages, assignments, instructions, on a different page or in a module itself. So this space is not going to be accessed by students. This is just for the instructor and admin in that at your institution. When you access ARC from this space, you still have the 3 lines that will give you the access to your uploads, things that have been shared with you, and access to other courses. And that's really important because you may want to bring a video in from a course that's not inside of here, so you still have access to all of your videos that you've created in all these different spaces. All right. So let's go back to the global navigation link. On the top right-hand corner, you've got this button that says record, add, these 3 buttons that say record, add, and search. Searching is really helpful if you have a ton of videos inside of your account. They will all be placed into this area. The most recent will be right here, and the oldest will be on the bottom right-hand corner or the right-hand corner, depending on how many videos you have. Let's go ahead and click on this button that says Add. All right, so there are 2 ways to bring content into your course. One of them is going to be grabbing files that live on your desktop that you've already created. So if I click on Browse Files, or I can drag and drop something in here, it will give me access to all of my courses. So I'm going to do Riches to regular. There we go. I've got an MP4 that I would like to bring in. I'm going to click Open. And there we go. It started to upload that video. One thing to know really quickly about uploading videos is that you can upload videos that are 10 gigabytes at a time. So that is the largest file that you can do, which in my opinion is really too big, but you can bring up to 10 gigabytes of data in at one time. Once you've brought that in, it will go ahead and create a thumbnail from that video. And if you click refresh, it's going to give you the option to change that thumbnail if you want to. So you can click on the 3 dots and it'll allow you to replace that thumbnail. But you'll also see the ability to go ahead and bring in videos that are hosted on YouTube and embedding them into your course. So if you take any YouTube URL and place it right here and you click Add, it will bring that video directly into your ARC library. There are really great reasons to bring videos in there that are hosted on YouTube, but just know that there are more options if you bring it in yourself and you're taking a video that you're hosting inside of ARC. This video is still hosted on YouTube's server, and so it's just creating an embedded image in here, and you're able to add commenting and see insights. But some things that you are not going to be able to do are going to be changing the thumbnail on this particular piece. So if I wanted to, for example, change the thumbnail on this one, I could come over to Replace Thumbnail, and I can go ahead and grab some image that I would like to bring in. Try biology instead. There we go. So if I want to, I could bring in a GIF or a GIF as well. I'm going to click open, and I can change that particular thumbnail. It may take a moment to go ahead and bring that in, and there we have it. So it will allow you to bring in anything. But again, on videos that have been brought in and hosted on YouTube, you're not able to do that. The way that you can determine that it is or is not a YouTube video is the icon on the bottom left-hand corner, and then on a video that you've uploaded yourself, it will not have that icon. It will show who's the person that's uploaded that file right below, and that name is going to be associated with your Canvas account. So whichever user you're going in as, that's the way that it's going to upload. So those are the two options right there. You can bring in more than one file at a time. We've had people bring in large amounts of videos at one time. In one of our sessions, one of my colleagues had somebody bring in 50 videos at one time, and they simultaneously uploaded into the cloud. That's all going to depend on the speed of how fast your internet is to get them into the cloud and have them hosted right into ARC. The next option that we have is this button that says record. So I'm going to click on the record. We've got screen capture and video webcam capture. When you click on the one that says webcam capture, it's going to allow you to access the webcam on your computer. Hi, everybody. And you can start to record right from this space. Hello and welcome to my course. You're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things. And you can say finish. You can add your title here. I can click save. And as soon as I click save, it'll upload that onto my account. One thing to note really quickly about these videos is they do take a thumbnail from a different spot in that video. So you can tell that's a really great picture of myself with my mouth open while I'm talking. So I might want to go in and refresh the page. And I would like to go ahead and change that thumbnail. Maybe to say Spanish or something. There we go, Español. All right, when you use the webcam capture, I suggest that you don't do really large videos using the webcam capture. It's going to be running through your browser, and sometimes your browsers can quit unexpectedly. And so if you're trying to record a 60-minute video, I would suggest using a different tool like the screen capture tool. But webcam capture and screen capture have a few fundamental differences. Webcam capture is going to just be a quick recording of yourself. You're not going to be able to edit that video. It's just going to take what you've recorded and upload it directly into ARC. With the screen capture, you're going to have a lot more options like editing. I like to use my webcam capture most of the time for videos that are about 5 to 10 minutes long that I'm not usually needing to edit in any way. The next option is going to be the screen capture tool. The first time that you click on the screen capture tool, it'll walk you through the process of downloading that screen capture application. It is using Screencast-O-Matic, and every user will have access to Screencast-O-Matic. As soon as it opens up, it will go ahead and give a little... Well, right here, we've got Screencast-O-Matic opened up. We've got 3 different options. One is just the screen itself. We can also choose to just use the webcam in this area. And the thing that's nice about using the webcam here, again, is that I can go ahead and edit this video. And then I can also use both of those. So I can have a screen capture alongside with the video of myself. You can move that video of yourself. It will pop up here in just a moment. But I can move it to wherever I would like it to be. So if I want it to be in the top right-hand corner or the bottom right-hand corner for my students, I can do that. The sizing right here down at the bottom is important because if you're using different devices, sometimes if you use the full screen, you're not going to be able to see the recording button right here. And I'm not sure what the reason is for this exactly. I think it might just be that at full screen mode, it hides it for you. But what I suggest if you're struggling to see these options like record and draw, that you just change it to 720p. So if you click on that button right here, it'll allow you to do full screen 720p or 480p. I like to do the 720p just to make sure that I'm able to access all the things that I need to. The other thing inside this space is narration. You can choose what microphone you're going to be using. So if you want to use the built-in microphone on your computer, you can. You also have a button down here that says preferences. These preferences are the hot links associated with that Screencast-O-Matic screen capture tool. On this one, you can make sure that you can see full screen recording controls if you want to. You can also, in here, change and pause the keyboard controls. So there's a whole bunch of things, and you can change them if you would like to. So you can set a new hotkey if you don't like the ones that are preloaded. So if I click cancel, it will bring up the Screencast-O-Matic tool again for me. So let's go ahead and test that out. I'm going to wait for it to fully function. Sometimes when I'm running Zoom at the same time as that Screencast-O-Matic tool, I'm using two screencasting tools, and so it's overloading my computer just a tiny bit, but it still will work. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom of my screen, and I'm going to click on the button that says record. I can start showing everybody how to utilize the screen capture tool here. I can click into any of my videos. I can start to play them if I would like to. And if I want to, I can come down to the bottom left-hand corner and click on the little pencil icon. If I click on that pencil icon, it'll allow me to annotate my video. These tools that are here at the top of my screen are not visible to my students. If I click erase, it will remove that piece as well. And then down here at the bottom, I can click pause and allow me to move my screen to maybe a different area if I would like to, and then start the recording again. I'm going to click off of the drawing tool there. And when I'm done with this particular video, I can click done down at the bottom, and it's going to open up my editing tools inside of the screen capture application. I can add a title here and a description here. These can be changed at any time. Just know that if you put them in here, you can always change it after the fact, so don't worry too much about getting that perfect. The editing tools that are straight off the bat are going to be trimming the front and the back. So if you wanted to trim the front of that particular video, you can. And only the sections that are highlighted inside of here will be uploaded into ARC. There's also another button here that says Edit, and this will open up more editing tools in Screencast-O-Matic. This is where you can add a whole bunch of different tools. Maybe you want to add some music. Maybe you want to go ahead and insert an overlay or a blur or something on a particular video. You can do that in this space. Once you've finished with everything and you're ready to move on, just click Done. And then finally, you'll click Upload. When you click Upload, it will start to take that video from the Screencast-O-Matic application and upload it into ARC. This can take a little bit longer depending on how long your video is or how big your video is. Usually with a short video, it doesn't take very long at all. And it also depends on your internet speed. Once it's finished, it'll say upload successful. And I'm going to go back to my global navigation and look at my uploads. And there it is. There's that video that I just created. If I click into it, I can fast forward, and let's take a look at what that's going to look like. Start to play them if I would like to. All right. And you can see, if I make it full screen, you can see that I've got my face in here a few different times. It's starting to be Inception. All right. Let's click back on the global navigation. All right, so the next piece that we're going to look at are the options in this library area. I'm going to click on the three dots. The first one we've already looked at, which is the replacing of a thumbnail. But let's go ahead and scroll up just a little bit and look at the button that says Share Media. When you click on the Share Media button, it will give you the option to go ahead and create a public link. When you create this public link, this video will no longer have any analytics or commenting available on this, and there are reasons for that, and it's usually for privacy. If there's a comment from a student inside of Canvas, you don't want that going outside of Canvas. And so when you create a public link, it will strip those comments on purpose. Another thing about this is that you can copy this public link. I'm going to open up an incognito window, and I'm going to paste it in right there. And anybody that you send that link to will have access to this video. And you can also go ahead and create or add this through an iframe into a blog or into a website or anything, any place that takes iframes. You can go ahead and put that in there. So the other option is going to be for sharing with people in your institution. So for example, if you've got all of your users in Canvas, all you need to do is type in their name and it'll open them up. There it is, Erin Wasson. I'm going to click on her name. We've got Erin Wasson, and we can give her different editing or different rights when it comes to this video. We can give her edit rights and view rights. If you give her edit rights, she will have all of the same editing rights that you have as the owner of the video. You're basically making her an owner of that video. If you give her view rights, she's just going to be able to use the playback tools in the video. With the edit rights, that also gives her the option to delete things. So you'll just want to be a little bit cautious with that. Make sure that you're only giving edit rights to people who need them. All right, so now that we've taken a look at those three dots, the last one in there is just deleting that video. So I'm going to click into this video right here. And on that video, it will show that thumbnail that I uploaded. And we're also going to have the option to share from this screen. So if I click on that, it'll give us the same things that we saw earlier, the same options that we saw earlier. You can download that file, and if you download it, it will download it to an MP4 format. And you can also delete it from this space. The playback tools are all going to be in this bar. The first one's going to be the play button. The next is going to allow you to scrub and move it into different areas. And then you also have your volume. Those are pretty self-explanatory. One of the things that I love is this option right here, which is going to be speeding things up. So for example, if you have a student that has uploaded a video, or the instructor have uploaded a video, students can make it go faster or slower. That can be really helpful for students that are learning a new language to make it go slower for them. Also, the thing that's really nice about this is it doesn't change the pitch of that particular video. So if you have a music course that at your university, then you can go ahead and make sure that you upload a video that people can play along with and let them practice at a slower speed. They will not need to retune their instrument. It will keep it with them. So for example, let's go ahead and open up a course and see what that's going to look like inside of a course. So here's a music assignment that somebody has uploaded, and I'm going to click on the speeding up. Or let's actually watch that in real time at first. I'm going to start here. All right, if we keep listening, we can make it go faster. And as you can hear, his abilities on the hammer dulcimer are not very great, but you can tell that it's not changing the pitch of that sound. One thing I really love about this is using it. I like to make recordings of any meetings that we have in case somebody is out, and I like to upload it through ARC because then all of my colleagues can watch that video in twice the speed and get through a lot of things. Also, as an instructor, when you're grading videos, it's really nice to be able to make them go faster or slower if you need to in different spots and speed up your grading time. All right, the next option that we have is this one that's going to say closed captioning. If there's a closed caption already attached to this video, then I can click on English and it will pop it up at the top here. So I'm going to click play from the beginning. All right, there is the closed captioning at the top. But if I need to create a closed caption for a video, let's go ahead and click into that particular video that we made just a moment ago. There it is. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to come down just a little bit, and we'll see this button that says Captions. When I click on Captions, what I'm going to do is choose the language that is spoken in this video. So I was speaking English with a US accent, so now I'm going to request that caption file. It will go ahead and listen to the video and create a caption that's around 85% accurate for that media recording. As soon as I click that button and request it, it will take its time and listen to that video. It depends on how large that is for it to go ahead and create that VTT or SRT caption file. This is only available if you have uploaded the video yourself, and this is not going to be available if it's hosted somewhere else. So those YouTube videos that you create will not allow you to go ahead and utilize this tool. It's only going to allow you to do this with things that are uploaded directly into ARC. You will have an option to add captioning if you need to over on the right-hand side in an SRT or VTT format if you need to on those other files. Let's go ahead and click on this Review and Publish, and let's start at this spot. Hello and welcome to my course. You're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things. All right, so it looks like it got it 100% correct. Sometimes there is a little bit of punctuation that needs to be added, but just know that you can add that in as much as you would like. So hello and welcome to my course. You're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things, and I can always edit what I need to. And then I'm going to click Publish, and as soon as I click Publish, it is now on this video. Hello and welcome to my course. You're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things. All right. If there is some typo and you want to go ahead and change it, you can click back on the options with those 3 dots, and it'll give you the ability to edit that particular video and change it to whatever you need to. It will automatically save for you, so if I change this, you'll see right at the top right here that it says it is saved, and I'm going to what it's supposed to be with a capital H, and it's going to be saved. It auto saves for you, so you don't have to go through and click save once you've uploaded or updated something. Another few options inside of that button right there is going to be downloading. Again, that's going to download it in an SRT or a VTT file format. And if you need to replace this file with one of those formats, then you can as well. With downloading that file, you can click download and it'll give you that file that can be translated and then uploaded in this area over here for other languages. There's quite a few different languages. This is just, when you click on this language, that's just showing what will be shown in this area. So it'll say English or Spanish or Estonian or Danish or whatever it may be in that list. Students can share their videos if they are the ones that created it, unless you've given them rights as the edit. So when you go ahead and click on share, if you give people like Erin right here, if I give her edit rights, then she will be able to go ahead and share that out as well. So the next option that we're going to take a look at is the one that says comments. So if I click on toggle on or off comments, it's going to remove the ability to see comments. On this one, there's no comments yet, so I'm going to start to play this video. Hello and welcome to... As soon as I start typing, it will pause the video. So, and once you go ahead and click on that, you can click enter, and in my course, you're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things. It will continue to go ahead and play that video. So anytime you type into that little comment box, it will pause the video, and then as soon as you click enter, it will start that video again. It makes commenting a really quick piece. So I'm going to click into this option right here that says toggle comments off, and you'll see the comment has now been removed, and I'll toggle it back on, and there it is. That comment will pop up here. If it's too long and I click on it, it will take me down to the comments down below. And I can, as the owner of that comment, edit it or delete it. Instructors always have the ability to delete things, but they will not have the option to edit what somebody else is saying. The one thing that's really nice is right here on the right-hand side is a timestamp for this particular comment. And if I click on that timestamp, it will take me right to that place in the video and start to play it. In my course, you're going to learn a ton of incredibly interesting things. All right. So there it is. And I can also reply here. When I reply, it will not show on the video itself. It's just going to have the initial reply or the initial comment, and then the reply will be below it. And again, I'm able to edit anything I would like or delete it because I'm the owner of this particular comment. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a course that has a video from YouTube in there. So here is a course, here's a video that's brought in from YouTube. You can tell there's a few differences between a video from YouTube and the ones that we've uploaded ourselves or created ourselves. There is not the ability to speed the video up or make it go slower. That's not an option inside of YouTube, as well as you are not going to be able to change the captions. So it'll give you the option to upload captions, but it will not give you the auto captioning that we saw. But here we go. We've got some video comments on there. All right, there it is. One thing I really love is that it does show the face of the person that's there, and it'll pop that up to the top. The other option that you will see inside of a video that is one that you've uploaded yourself is going to be different resolutions. So you've got high, standard, and low. On a YouTube video, you will not see those options. It will be whatever YouTube is throwing at you. The last thing on here is going to be the ability to make it full screen. Hello, and there we are. Okay, so that's the captions and the commenting features inside of this space. The next one that we're going to go ahead and take a look at is this area that says details. So I'm going to click on details right here, and I can add a title to my video. Spanish intro or Spanish class intro. Below we can say this is a description of the course or an introduction to the teacher. And then also there's the ability to add helpful tags on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click helpful tag and click enter. And now when I go through and search, if I put in helpful tag, that'll pop up, or I can say Spanish 1, or I can say intro. There we are. So I've added a whole bunch of different tags. Once I'm done, I can click save. And there we have it. We've got our details. The last one that we're going to go ahead and take a look at is this option that says Insights. So you can see who is able to see this video. Right now it's just myself, but I'm going to go to that other video that we were looking at and click on Insights. And when I click on Insights, it's going to show me an overall graph of the viewers inside of this course. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and I want to see what Paul has watched in this video. So at this point, you can see Paul watched the whole video all the way through from beginning to end. Let's take a look at Nick Demas. Nick Demas has not watched anything in there. Let's scroll down a little bit more and see a few other people. Let's look at Aaron Wasson. Aaron Wasson watched the credits, the beginning and the end, and that's it. And let's take a look at Aurelian over here. Let's click on Aurelian. All right, well, Mark is not the one I wanted to look at, but Mark has watched the whole thing. But let's look at Aurelian. Aurelian just watched the first 10 seconds. If I click on Nick again and or click on one of the faces again, it will give me the overall view of the whole course. In this course, there's more than 30 students, and so you can see that only 15 have started watching this video. So it's really helpful to understand who's been watching it. You can hover over each one of these little timestamps, usually broken up by 5 seconds. But you'll see at 10 seconds, 15 people were still watching, but at 15, a little bit past 15 seconds, we've got only 11 people watching, so it dropped off quite a bit. You can see when people are pausing it and have an overall understanding of what's happening. I used this in one of my courses with some of my colleagues, and I had some instructions that I wanted them to watch to get something done, and they some of them did not follow the instructions very well, and I was able to go through and look at the insights and see who actually watched the video and why they gave me such a bad assignment that I had given them. It was quite interesting to see. All right, so the next piece that we're going to go ahead and take a look at is ARC inside of your Canvas account. So how do you integrate ARC with content you already have or into new content that you're building? So the first one is sharing directly. Like I showed you earlier, you can share that out with anybody in your institution or get that public link. But let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, which is going to be the Rich Content Editor. So I'm going to click into my course here. Welcome to ARC. And on this home page, I'm going to click in and choose Edit. And we're going to see the Rich Content Editor. Anywhere that you see this box, the text entry box with these tools at the top, you'll be able to bring an ARC video in. So all I need to do is just choose where I would like that video to live by clicking into that text box and seeing where my cursor is. Once I've chosen where I would like the video to live, I'll come up to the area where I have all of my external tools. So these external tools, you may have ARC in one of these two spaces or located inside of the more external caret. So let's open up that drop down, and there's ARC for me right there. So I'm going to click on ARC. And once I choose ARC, it's going to open up this box. And this box should be pretty familiar for you. It's going to have all of the videos that you've already uploaded, and it's going to give you the option to search videos, add videos, or record them from this area as well. You don't only have to do that from your My Uploads area in the global navigation. You can do it at any time that you click on ARC. And also you can access videos from other spaces. So if you wanted to bring a video that is located in your biology course into this course, all you need to do is just choose biology or welcome to ARC, and it will show all of the videos that are uploaded into that space. Even if it's an example from a student and you wanted to go ahead and show that example, you'd click on welcome to ARC and it'll show you all the videos that are uploaded in that space. All right, so let's choose one of these videos, the Spanish class intro, and it's going to give me two different options, allow comments or not, and I'm going to choose to not allow comments on this one. Since we've already seen what it looks like with the comments, I'm going to choose this option, and I'm going to click Embed. And there we go. I've got that video living right inside of here, and now I'm going to come down and click Save. And now we'll be able to see both videos that are in this on this home page. So right there we've got Espanol. I can click play. Hello. To watch that video. You'll see that there's no ability to add comments on there, and the little comment bubble right here says comments are not available. That means that they've been turned off. If I want to go back in and delete any video that I've uploaded in the Rich Content Editor, I just need to put my cursor below the video and then click backspace or delete, and it will remove it for you. And then I'll click on Save. Like I said, anywhere that you see that Rich Content Editor, you'll be able to place videos. So that could be in the quizzes area. That could also be inside of a discussion. So this could be a student or an instructor. So let's click on discussions. I'm going to choose one of my discussion topics. Let's click on welcome here. and maybe I want to reply to that. I can click down on click reply, and then it'll give me that same option to choose ARC, and I can bring in a video about myself. I can say, I can use my webcam capture and introduce myself. Start recording. Oh, something went wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and do it again. Hello, my name is Paul, and I am a trainer for Canvas. Finish, and I can put title right here. And then finally, when I'm ready to, I can choose that particular video that I just recorded. And there it is. One difference between recording the videos in this space, I'm not able to change the thumbnail at this spot. I'll have to go into my library in the global navigation to change it. So in this one, I'm only able to upload that video. I'm not going to be able to change things directly from here. That's the main difference between recording something in this area versus the navigation space. Click embed. And there we go. I've now uploaded that video in that area. Christina, did you have something to say with 20?
With what?
It looks like you said something in the chat area that says 20. I'm not sure if you're referring to anything that you want me to go over.
No, I did that by accident because I'm writing notes, so I probably accidentally did that.
Okay, no worries. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So the next space that you can bring in a video is going to be in the modules. So when you click on modules in a course, and let's go ahead and create a new module here. Click samples of ARC, and I'm going to click add. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. There we are. I'm going to click on the plus button down here, and I'm going to choose an external tool. So ARC is an external tool. It is an add-on into Canvas, and so that's why it's an external tool. So I click on that option, and then it's going to give me all of the external tools that I have turned on in my Canvas account. Usually ARC is going to be in one of the top areas because it starts with an A. It's alphabetical. When I click on ARC, it's going to give me that same view that we saw earlier, and I can bring my video in and select it, allow commenting or not, and click embed. And one quick little tip is that right there where it says page name, I can go ahead and add what I would like it to say in my module. If for some reason I don't have what I would like, I can always click on the three dots and edit the name later if I need to. Here we have it. I'm going to click publish on both of those. Click into that video. And there it is. I've now got that video inside of a module. This is something that you don't have with the media tool that's existing right now inside of Canvas. This is a new thing that you can add a video directly into a module from that area. The thing that's really nice about that is that students will be able to see that video no matter what type of device they're on. Right here down at the bottom, what we're going to do now is create an assignment. I'm going to click on new assignment here. I'm going to call this stop motion project. So I've got a stop motion animation project that I've got some of my students working on. So I'll click on stop motion project. I'll click add item. There we go. I've got my stop motion project. I'm going to add a rubric to it if I need to. There's my stop motion animation rubric. And I'll click use this rubric. And then at the top, I'm going to click edit. And in this space, what I want to do is create or put the instructions for this assignment right here. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm going to make it a header 4, and I'm going to bold it. And then down here, I'm going to put a example video. Again, let's make this a header 4, and I'm going to bold it. And below, I'm going to put my cursor, and I'm going to bring in an example of a stop motion video for my students. So this may be a video production course or an animation course. And let's go ahead and bring in a video. The video that I would like to bring in is on my desktop. So I'm going to click Browse Files. I'm going to bring in Riches to Regular Stop Motion. There it is. Take just a minute to upload that video. All right, once it's complete, I can go ahead and select that video, and I can allow commenting or not. I want to allow commenting because I want to let the students ask questions if they have any about that particular sample. I'm going to click Embed. And once I've added that, I'm going to come down here and add how many points it's worth. I'm going to make it worth 100,000. And below here, I'm going to choose the submission type. So when you want students to turn in a video using ARC, you need to choose online and one of these two options, text entry or file upload. If you say text entry, it's going to give them this same rich content editor, so they will have the option to add text in there or add videos or other pictures or anything that you would like or they would like. And when you choose file upload, that's just going to allow them to bring in a video from ARC. So those are the two options that you can choose to have students bring in an ARC video. Below that, you're going to come and choose who is going to be assigned that video. It's going to be Diana Prince. The due date of this assignment is going to be the 17th, and it'll be available today as well. And then I'm going to click Save and Publish. It's giving me a warning saying that I've not given it to everybody in my class. That's okay. I just want Diana Prince to have it. All right, and there it is. I can go ahead and take a look at my video with all of my instructions, an example video. Maybe I want to go ahead and add captions to it. This video doesn't have any captions, so I don't need to worry about that. And as the instructor, I can also come in and add details. So edit details and say, here is an example of what I expect. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears here a little bit, and I'm going to become the student. So I'm now Diana Prince, and I'm going to come into my course. I'm going to refresh it, and on the right-hand side, we're going to see Stop Motion Project. There it is. I'm going to click on it. And as the student, I can look at the due date, how many points it's worth, how it's going to be submitted, the instructions, and I want to watch this video. All right, that's taking too long, so I'm going to make it go faster because I want to see what's going on in there. And I'm going to skip into a different part of that video. I'm going to make the volume just a little bit lower. All right, let's skip just a little bit more. All right, there we go, and then I've got my credits. Perfect. I can add a comment in a different spot and say, all right, I love the music here. Now as the student, I can come in and click Submit Assignment. And I'm going to be given these different options down here. The two that allow them to upload using ARC are text entry or the ARC tab. If I use text entry, students can add pictures or text before they add their videos. And let's go ahead and choose ARC. And Diana Prince is going to upload a video. We're going to have her add that video, browse files, football life. We're going to open it. All right, so once the students have gone ahead and uploaded their video or recorded the video that they would like, you'll see on these 3 lines up here that they only have my uploads and shared with me. They don't have other courses. They're only able to access things that they've uploaded or things that have been shared with them. I'm going to choose that option, and I want my teacher to be able to comment on this assignment, so I'm going to click Allow Comments, and I'm going to embed it. There we are. And as the student, I can either submit that, or I can click on ARC and choose to just upload that video. But I'm going to choose that text entry option and say Submit Assignment. And now as the student, I can re-upload a different assignment up here or take a look at the video that I just uploaded by clicking on Submission Details. When I click on Submission Details, we can see what I added in there and if there are any comments that were added to my video at this time. Now I'm going to switch back into the teacher view of this, and I'm going to go to the speed grader, and we're going to grade this assignment that was just turned in using ARC. There it is. There's Diana Prince. You can see what she's written up here above, and then also her particular video. So she's uploaded her video in this space. I want to view the rubric as I'm watching it. And I'm going to click play. Why is your subject on the floor? And I can click comment. And keep playing. And as the instructor, I can go through and make it go faster if I need to. The music choice is perfect. Subject, I can comment. There we go. And maybe as the instructor, I want to go back and see who's been watching this video, because it didn't seem like he followed all of the instructions. So I'm going to go to Insights, and I'm going to see for how long Diana Prince watched that video. So I know that Diana Prince is the only one that watched this because I just gave it to her. And so she skipped around and only watched a few different pieces. So I remember as I was a student, I watched that video and paused and continued watching at the end. So now I'm going to go back to my speed grader, and we're going to grade this student. So did it meet the requirements? No, it was not long enough. The camera is stable. The clarity is there. The plot is there. The music is there. And now I'm going to click Save. So I've now graded an assignment that was there. I also added comments on here. And if I switch back into the student view and click Refresh, we'll see those comments on that video. And Diana Prince would be able to go in and comment on that particular piece. So why is your subject on the floor? As Diana Prince, I want to see what my instructor is talking about, so I can jump to that part in the video. So it was right there at that spot. And I can reply and say to my instructor, it was the only way to show stop motion and click Save. And there we have it. Now the student is able to reply to those comments. All right, so one of the last things that I want to show you guys is it is very similar for a student to upload using a mobile device. So we've got ARC right here. You'll want to make sure that you give students the option to upload using submissions. So you have to say File Upload, and that will give them this ARC option. If you use text entry, sometimes it can be hard using the mobile devices. So I would suggest that you use that option that said file upload and not text entry if you want students to be able to upload on a mobile device. The last few things I want to cover are just a few tips for creating videos. Caption absolutely everything. Even if you don't think that your students need it, it's a really great thing to keep with accessibility, and it's also not very hard, so I suggest that you do it on all of your videos. Also, keep videos short in length. Don't do things that are 60 minutes long. It's better to break them up and chunk them than have one video of 60 minutes. What I would usually do is cut that up into 6 sections of 10 minutes long if you've got an hour-long video. Another one, don't mix spoken word with on-screen text. It's not good for accessibility and can be very confusing. Another thing is make video learning interactive. So I would suggest placing these videos inside of modules and then adding things that the students need to do after. So for example, adding a discussion or a quiz based on the video that you just had. And then another one is engage the learners right from the beginning. And you can see if you've engaged them by looking at those insights. And also, you can refer to examples of different instructional videos. Lynda.com is a good example. Some other ones are the TED Ed series. There's quite a few different instructional videos that can give you some ideas on best utilizing video inside of your courses. The last thing that I want to show you is how to get help with ARC. So if you're inside of your Canvas account, you'll just click on the Help button down in your global navigation. Once you do that, there's the access to the Canvas guides. When you click on Canvas guides, there's going to be an area that you may not have looked at before, which is ARC guide. So here are all the guides for ARC. You've got introduction, and also you've got the ARC account. So maybe you wanted to see how do I add screen capture video, how do I record it, or how do I add captions to a media in ARC. We can look at all of those options. This is something that I highly suggest that you add the URL when giving this to students for the first time. If you're expecting them to caption their stuff, just grab this URL. Instead of trying to describe it for them or give them instructions on it, just grab this and say, to learn how to add captions, go ahead and click on this URL. Another option inside of that space is another thing that I would like to show you is the roadmap, so things that are coming out here soon with ARC. So we are working on ARC feverishly to make it better all the time, and so I want to show you guys what we're working on at this time so that you're not in the dark about that. So just recently, we added the screen capture and the webcam capture, and the things that we're working on right now are user collections. That's where on the library, the My Uploads, there's going to be the ability to create folders and organize your ARC media. So that's something that we've got on our plate right now, and we're working on that. Also, we're working on an organizational repository. This is where you can upload and access and share content internally inside of your organization at your university or wherever it may be. We are also working on video quizzing, and this is really exciting. This is where you're going to be able to embed quiz questions right into videos to engage them and test their understanding at a specific spot in that video. And then lastly, we are developing our custom upload integrations to ARC with our public API version 1. So those are the things that we're working on. There's other things that we're working on at the same time, but these are the big ticket items that we want to let you guys know about.